everyone, this is D-Bang again. Welcome to episode 49 of the Outlaw Joseph Scots. I'm moving on to the advanced missions. I'm going to do the first one from the City of the Ancients book, which is to hunt down a night terror. So let us see how that's going to go. Alright, here we are at the entrance. This is mission number, advanced mission number 1 from the Targa Plateau, City of the Ancients book, Terror in the Night. So we'll see how this will go. I'm not sure how well Joseph is going to do against the ultimate terror, but we'll see. We'll give it a shot. So last night a massive lumbering demon emerged from the mines and carried off one of the townsfolk into the hills, leaving a trail of broken and twisted bodies in its wake as the local lawman tried to stop it. Now everyone is too afraid to go down into the mines after it, and they should be. The one survivor from the attack gave you a description of a massive and brutal creature unlike any seen before in these parts. Mission goal: hunt down and kill the nightmarish creature and if possible rescue the poor victim. You carry it off. So, special rules. Trail of clues. Anytime the heroes find a clue icon, roll a d6, add +2 for each clue they have previously found. Total 8 or higher, and that is the final objective room. Alright, in the final objective room is the Brutal Night Terror. So we use the Brutal side. In addition, it has the tough ability, immune to critical hits, which won't really affect Joseph. Gets an extra +6 health times the hero posse level. So 6 times 7, so another extra 42 hit points. So it's going to have, what, 62 hit points? Something like that. Pretty tough. And it's not just brutal, but has all 6 of its elite abilities. When you find the objective room, we've discovered the creature's lair. Ignore any attacks or encounters on that token. Also ignore any door or gate icons. There's no exits. Reveal all growing dread. And then face the brutal night terror enemy. There's only a single enemy for this fight. So luckily for Joseph, there's just the one. And then there's a kidnapped victim to recover. Not a big deal. Once the night terror is defeated, discover if the kidnapped victim is alive. Roll 3d6. If the total is equal to or less than the current position on the darkness marker, the victim has been killed. So you need to try to get through quickly without the darkness advancing very far in order to save the victim. Success is 50 experience, and if the kidnapped victim is brought back alive, it's a d6 times 50 and an additional loot card. If we fail, we take d3 corruption points, ignoring willpower. Alright, so pretty straightforward. Need to find at least 2 clue tokens in order to have the possibility of ending finding the final room. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's hold back the darkness. A 10 is good. Alright, so then Joseph will move. Time is of the essence. I'm going to take the 6. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Just enough. And we will look through. And we find an excavation chamber. All right. And it is 1 exit and an attack. The exit is 6, so it is to the right. And he is attacked by a paradise of hellbats. Three. Let's see if we can get that a little bit closer. So 3 hellbats. their abilities are a 3 and a 6. 3 is Shadow Wings, so they're +1 defense, and a 6, they are immune to critical hits. So not a huge deal. Alright, and then we need to hold back the darkness. Wow, 12. So double 6s is Stubborn Resolve, immediately heal. He was hurt for 1, or recover a grit. So I think I'll take a grit. There you go. A little bit of a waste getting that early, but hey, I'll take it. Extra grit. And then the Hellbats get to move, and of course, they will fly around behind poor Joseph. And there are 3 of them. They have 3 dice each. Hitting on 3s. So 5 hits. So I'm going to do the horror hits, horror saves. Slide that over a little bit. So I failed 3. So I'm going to take 3 points of sanity. And then roll for my defense. I block 2. Oh, actually, but they're 2 points each, so that's actually 6. Almost forgot that. 6 sanity. And then I'll go ahead and take this damage. So 6 armor saves. Blocks 1. The tribal armor gives him a reroll. Oh, I need 1 that goes into... Nice. So he takes 2 wounds. Not too bad. Then it's Joseph's turn. So, rolling to move. Okay. He's got a 6 or a 3. I'm going to try to escape. I want to try to go ahead and move. Get closer to that exit. So there, a 3+ escape. Fails, succeeds. Let's go. I want to make sure I'm in line of sight. So 1, 2, I think 3, 4. It looks like I'm in line of sight of all those, and I am in range. So, as per usual, red dice are going to be the Outlaw pistol. White dice are for his gunfighter's pistol. And he's shooting. Okay. There's 2 hits with the Outlaw pistol, 3 hits with the Gunfighter pistol. I'm not going to use a grit. Yeah, I will just reroll these. And that's 1 more Outlaw pistol hit, +1 for that 6. So that's pretty good. Alright. Now they are a defensive 4. So the Gunfighter pistols are +1 damage for the Darkstone bullets. -4. Because of the defense, so they're -3 per die. These guys have a 2 health. So we'll start with him. It's at -3 on each die. So -3 is 2, and that will kill him. And I think I will heal sanity. Next one, -3 does nothing. -3 is 3, so that is enough to kill that Hellbat. I'm going to take another sanity. Alright, and then I've got, obviously, Outlaw pistols, which I think are -1. And that's going to be plenty to finish off that last one. And I will take another sanity. And then, catch my breath. So I get to heal another 3. I'm going to take 2 sanity and a wound. So I'm down to 2 wounds, 1 sanity. And then I get a loot card. Mongir. I get money. D6 times 25. Okay, well, it's not bad. Get 100. $100 in blood money. Alright, hold back the darkness. A 6 will fail, so the track starts moving. Speaking of moving, Joseph moves. Ooh, he gets a 1 and a 5. So he's going to take the 1. We'll let him move there. That gets him his 4th grit, so he's pretty well up on grit. And we will look through. We find the big room. It is big. It does look like it's all on the board, although we will need to make sure the box is seen. Alright, an exploration token is. So there are 3 exits, which there actually are, an encounter, and our first clue token. So the encounter is a ransacked vault. The room is filled with splintered crates and fragments of broken barricades. It's clear there was a bitter struggle here, and whoever was guarding the storage vault didn't go down without a fight. So, make Cunning 5+ test. And Joseph's Cunning right now is 4. Succeeds! For every 5+ a hero rolls, they can draw a loot card. Alright, so... and this is 1 piece of dark stone, found in a crate. Then, roll a d6, and roll 1 or 2, he's attacked. He is not attacked. So that is it here, which is nice. Other than, it's a big room. So, let's hold back the darkness. A 4 will fail. That's not good. And that gets a darkness card. It is a flood of bats. Every hero takes 2 horror hits, gains 10 experience, and then a strength test will lose a dark stone, but his dark stone's hidden, so he just takes 2 horror hits. He's going to take 1 sanity loss for that. And then Joseph gets to move. Oops, sorry about that. Alright, so 6 or a 1. Well, he's full up on grit, so he's going to go ahead and take the 6. And, well, you know what? Let's circle around here. So I'm going to move down there. Let's kind of push that way. And it is a rail tunnel. And then we will reveal that. Alright, it is a Growing Dread and an encounter 2 exits, which there are, and a clue token. So it's the second clue token, so I'm going to roll a die. I add d6 plus 2 because I have 1 previous clue token, and I need an 8 or better. So if this is a 6, this is the end room. It is not. So we continue on. I get a Growing Dread card. And an encounter card. Alright, this is Child of Sorrow. The temperature in the room drops as a child approaches you with empty eyes. A random hero makes a spirit 6+ test. So that would be Joseph, and he only has 1 point of spirit. In the box. Nope, he fails. If failed, takes 6 horror hits. Okay, so he's going to take 3 more points of sanity, which puts him up to 5. Then roll a d6. On a 4+, the hero that made the test gains a loot card. On a 1, 2, or 3 ambush attack.
And he gets a 6. So he lucks out and gets a loot card, which is draw a gear card. And the gear card is some knuckle dusters. Once per turn, he can use 1 grit to gain +2 combat. Well, it doesn't take a weight. Boy, this would be good for my Indian scout. I have to keep that in mind. Alright, but that is all that Joseph gets. Alright. And there were 2 exits there, so Joseph needs to hold back the darkness. A 7 is good. And then he rolls to move. Oh, double 6s. Alright, so he gets to choose where he wants to go. I guess we might as well continue kind of, I was going to say maybe sort of spiral around. Guess it doesn't really matter. I think for convenience down here will be a little bit easier for me. So let's go ahead and move him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is just enough to reach the edge. Let's see what the map deck says. It is the Devil's Pit. There we go. And a counter token, which flips over, and it is there are 2 exits in an ambush attack. So the one direction that is not an exit is to the right. Block that off. And Joseph is ambushed by a peril dice of strangle. That would be 3 stranglers. And the abilities of the stranglers. A 1 and a 6. So the 1 +2 combat. And a 6, they are immune to critical hits. So another one's too horrible. And then it comes to holding back the darkness. Double 5s. Well, good news is the chart doesn't move. Double 5s is not great. Each hero in the mind's immediately takes a d6 horror hits. So Joseph takes 3 horror hits. And he fails 1. His horror is at 6 points of sanity damage. And then the stranglers get to go, and they are a move of 8, which I think is plenty enough for them to get around him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no worries. Turn Joseph to face them. We'll go ahead and slide this down just for you can see the combat a little bit better. They have 5 dice each, so that's going to be 15 dice. Hitting on 3s, with 6s being nasty, and oh boy, look at all those 6s. Alright, so basically, each 6 is going to add 2 dice, because they count as 3 hits. Get those all squared away. Boom. Alright, so defense roll. I have a feeling I'm using a grit here. Make the most of my ability for defense. Not bad though. Alright, and then, yes. Since I'm maxed out on grit anyway, and I am in a rush because it will take me a number of turns to beat up that Night Terror. He's got all those wounds. Alright, well, not horrible. Now each one of these dice is going to be 2 wounds. So there's another 5 and another 4. Alright, and then I get armor saves. Not great. That was 4, but his tribal armor lets him re-roll. Slide this over a little bit just to... There you go. Well, that was nice. Boom, boom, boom. Out of all those, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 wounds. Not too horribly. And it's Joseph's turn. So Joseph will roll to move. Okay, nice. I am going to try to move. I can move up 6 and a 5. Escape is a 6+ though. No, bandana reroll. No, okay, so he is stuck there though. And so we'll stuck there, but we'll shoot these guys. Oh, I forgot they actually get two additional dice. So hold on here. Before I do that, I did forget they get 2 additional dice. So 2, 4, 6. 6 more dice. Alright, so defense. These would have gotten re-rolled for defense. Boom. Oh, actually, were any of those 6s? Oh, well. And then we'll say these are wins. So my first armor would block both of those, and then the armor re-roll doesn't. So 2 more wins. My bad. Alright. Now, Joseph's turn. That was pretty bad. So I will use a grit to re-roll these, because not nearly enough outlaw pistol hits. That is better. Okay, so skill, nope, and bandolier, nope. Alright, so the Stranglers are 2 defense with a 6 health. And I am a 1 damage with the gunfighter pistols. I have 3 gunfighter pistol hits, 3 outlaw pistol hits. So I am -1 on the die for the gunfighter pistols. Since I need 6 and I'm -1, obviously 1 die won't be able to kill him. So let's roll 2 dice. Alright, -1 is a 3, and that is a 2, so that is going to be 5. That is not enough to kill him. So I will fire the last gunfighter pistol on him. 2 -1 is 1, which is just enough to take him out. And I think I will actually take a sanity. And since that is my weak part, I do have 2 herbs. I only have 1 whiskey. And then I have 3 outlaw pistol shots. My outlaw pistols are +2, so it's even up. So on a 6, I will kill 1. Let's hit the back guy, doesn't matter. So that's 4 of his 6. I will spend 1 on the uninjured one, and that's a 4. And then here's hoping that my last die does not roll a 1, as I need a 2 or better. And now I get the 6, of course, and we will kill him. And I'm at 5 sanity. I have 10 wounds. I'm going to take a wound. Actually, I have 11 wounds. I'm going to take a wound off. And now it's time to hold back the darkness. A 5 will fail. Alright, and then 7 dice. from the Strangler. Swinging back. Hey, no sixes. That's good. So defense. Blocks 3 of them. Nice. Alright. Armor. Blocks 1. And the reroll. Nope, so he takes 1. Joseph's turn. So roll the move. Double 5s. He's going to try to escape. And he succeeds. So he can move 5 away, which is going to be awesome. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't quite see that because I'd moved that down, but he's gonna back up that way. And then shoot at him. Alright, so that is going to work pretty well. I am not going to use a grit. So let's re-roll these outlaw pistols. Alright, and that gets me 3 extra outlaw pistol hits. Which is 6 outlaw pistol hits since outlaw pistols are even up. That's a minimum of 1 on each. That's going to be definitely enough to kill him. That's actually enough to kill a fully healthy one. And I will take that 1 wound back off. Alright, and then let's catch your breath. For 2, I'll take 2 wounds. And then we get a loot card. The loot card is $50. Alright, hold back the darkness. So 8. 8 is good. Joseph rolls to move. Doesn't get a 1, but he will move the 1 down there. And then explore. Trying to go through this quick before things go up. It is a waterfall room. Okay, so you get another exploration token, and it is 2 exits. We have 3, an attack, and 1 clue token. So it is a clue token. So I'm +4. So I need a 4 or better on this roll, and this is the final objective room. And it is. Well, this is kind of quick. All right, so let me seal off these exits. Alright, and the Night Terror, Brutal Night Terror, has 6 abilities. So first one, he hits on 4+. Second one, he's now got Unspeakable Terror 2, so same or adjacent map tile, he's taking horror hits. Regeneration, he's going to heal 2 wounds at the start of each turn. Hulking, he's +1 defense. Bash, if he's wounded by a Night Terror, he's moved 2 spaces in a random direction. See the dynamite chart. And he's now initiative 5, which that doesn't make a difference because he's already, he's initiative 4, so he's already going before me. And Mr. Night Terror here is way back there. And what else can we do? Oh, we need the Growing Dread card, which is Dripping Gore. The passer's head drips with gore, the floor was slick with blood, which kind of makes sense, is this Night Terror here. So he's -1 initiative in the first turn of this fight, which he doesn't matter. He didn't have initiative anyway. Alright, so let us hold back the darkness. Let's see what we can do. So again, this Night Terror has +6 health times the hero posse level. Joseph is 7, so 6 times 7, so 42 hit points extra, which means he's at 62. He needs 62 to kill him. And then, and he had all 6 of the elite abilities, and that's it. So it will just be kind of a slugfest, although he is defense 4. So holding back the darkness. Double 5s. Again, that is a terrifying shriek, so he's going to take a d6 horror hits. He's going to take 4. Alright, and so suffers 2 sanity. So apparently, my coming upon the lair and his night terror shrieked in anger that I intruded upon it. Seems kind of reasonable. And he gets to move, but he only moves 5, which might actually work out to my advantage with this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he is actually 1 space shy. Kind of move this over here, make it a little bit easier to see. Let me see if I can even zoom in a smidge. Excellent. Well, Joseph's turn. So first, Joseph has to deal with his terror 2. So he fails 1, and it does 3 sanity. Each one does 3 sanity damage. So he's up to 10 sanity damage of his 20 already. That is going to be a hurtful thing. Joseph rolls to move. A 5 and a 1. Now, my guns do shoot 7 and 9. So I theoretically could try to backpedal and avoid him. And take a couple rounds backing up and shooting. But you know what? What's the fun in that? I'm going to take the 1. And doesn't really matter if I'm adjacent to him or not. Joseph's actually going to step up. I'm going to grab the grit. So I have 3 grit. And then he's going to let loose. Oh, and that reminds me, he wants to use one of his flash powders. That costs, all it does is make them -2 initiative. And considering he's +1 initiative, so he's actually initiative, or I'm -1 initiative, yeah, so he's initiative 5, -2 is 3, and I am -1 because of the Growing Dread card. Yeah, so the flash powder is useless for me this turn, or against him. Actually, I can use it for subsequent rounds. I'll be able to get 2 rounds in, right? Because I'm only -1 initiative for the first turn of this fight. So I'll be able to shoot and then shoot again. And you know what? I won't step forward. That way, if I decide to, I don't have to do an escape test. But shooting at him. Definitely going to use a grit to re-roll, because that was pretty awful. That was still really awful. I do still have my worn out eye patch. I am, remember this is a special ability because of Joseph, he can actually re-roll re-rolls when he's shooting, and I'm actually going to use another grit to re-roll his outlaw pistols, because he really needs his outlaw pistols to hit. He hit with all 4 of his gunfighter pistols, but he really needs some outlaw pistol hits. There we go. So he's got 2 re-rolls that are now wasted, but that did give him a bunch of outlaw pistol hits. Oops, and one of those was a 6, which gives him 1 extra outlaw pistol hit. All right, they are all going against him. So I am going to go ahead and roll them all, and see about, I may even grit some of these. Because, yes, these are some pretty horrible damage rolls. Alright, so he is a defense of 4, and I am +1. So I'm -3 on the dice for the gunfighter pistols, which means none of those hit. He's a defense 4 for the Night Terror, or against the gunfighter pistol. The Outlaw pistols. The Outlaw pistols are +1 for the Darkstone bullets, +2 for the skill because he has a defense of 4 or more. So I'm a +3, so I'm -1 on each die. So I think I'm going to keep these and re-roll everything else. I'm going to spend this last grit, and then I'll use my eye patch. I don't even know if I'll use the eye patch. I have 2 revives still, so I don't even think I'll use the eye patch for defense. Way better for damage. Wow, look at that. Alright, so let's see. So I'm -3 on the dice for each of these. So 3, 6, and 3. So 10. So there's 10 wounds just from the gunfighter pistol in 1 round of shooting. And then I was -1 for each of the Outlaw pistols. So this 4 becomes a 3, 6 becomes a 5, 5 becomes a 4. Alright, so 9, 18, 19, 20, 21. Well, that was pretty good. 10, 20, 30. So I did 31 points of damage in that round. Wow. Pretty impressive. Of course, like every single shot hit +1 extra. And of course then I gridded the damage and got lots of extra damage. So there you go. There was the first round. So so 62. So Joseph is halfway, halfway dead, halfway to killing him. Just needs another round like that, right? Okay. Well, holding back the darkness, 7 is just enough because I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. So we're right on the cusp of the 8+. So 7 will work still. All right. In this round, Joseph is +1 or is up. Gets to go first because with his initiative of 4 versus the initiative 3 for the Night Terror. So Joseph, we'll go ahead and shoot. See what we get. Some more big hits? No. No. He will use. He will use his. You know what? I'm not going to use a grit. I do get my 2 free rerolls. Wow, look at that. That will make things much easier because that is 2 more Outlaw pistol hits for a total of 4 more for a total of 6 Outlaw pistol hits. And that should. I will still spend the Worn Eye Patch to get my 4 grit because I may need it for damage. And then, yeah, we'll just roll damage again. Let's see if I can kill him in this second salvo before he even gets a swing at me. That's not very good. I'm going to keep all these, though, because those are all pretty good. And I will spend 1 grit to reroll all these damage. Alright. Well, there you go. So, -3 on the gunfire pistols. So that makes 7. And then I was -1 on each of these dice. 4, 2, 4, 5. So 5 10. And then 10. Right? So, yeah, because 4, 8, 9, 10. So that is a total of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8. 58. So, 4 wounds shy. 4 wounds shy of killing him. And that means he does get his turn to come around and smack on Joseph. And he will heal 2 of his wounds. So now I am 6 wounds shy. Oh, and Joseph needed to do his horror hits. Alright, so it's going to be 2 more... 6 more sanity damage. Ouch. Joseph will need to use his... might need to use... Actually, probably will need to use his... I don't know. Yeah, I've got 3 grit left, so it'd probably be best to use the whiskey. And let me shift this stuff down since he kind of moved up there. Turn it a little bit more closer to Joseph. There. He gets to swing, so he's got 4 dice, hitting on 4s. Gets 1 hit. Good news is 1 hit counts as 2 hits. So 2 defense blocks 1 of them. And it is 4 damage. Blocks 1. And his armor blocks 2 more, so he takes 1 wound. And that is enough, though, to knock him around. So looking at the bounce chart, Joseph bounces 2, so he just kind of moves back that way. Just kind of pushed back. 2 spaces though, so push him back there, which is actually not a big deal. Joseph doesn't really care. Joseph's going to take his whiskey and gets a single sanity back. Cannot re-roll that, because that's essentially the game, not Joseph. You know, it's one of those iffy things. It is Joseph's action, so unlike a lot of things, it might be something you can re-roll. But I'll say it's not something, you know, it's not actually skill or anything related to Joseph's character. It's simply that was just a bad batch of whiskey, or, you know, wasn't as refreshing, unfortunately. So now Joseph rolls. He needs to succeed at least 1 of these, which he does. So he's going to take 3 sanity, which puts him up to 18 out of his 20. Which is ouch. And oh wait, forgot. Joseph goes. So actually, the flash powder is only for 1 turn. So Joseph used 1 last turn. So now I'm going to use the second one to go first again this turn. Joseph, before he... so he made his horror roll, but I need to roll to see if holding back the darkness, a 10 is good. Alright, and then roll the move. So he's fine. Alright, and now we're going to shoot. So, yeah, because otherwise then the Night Terror would have gotten basically 2 attacks in a row, and although Joseph could take it, you know what, let's just beat him up. Alright. Joseph will go ahead and spend a grit, because he's got 2 left. Or 3 left, I mean. Let's go ahead and re-roll these. Oops, in the box. Would be good. Nice. So then he's got his skill and bandolier. There's a hit. And we get 1 extra for the 6 that hit. Alright, and I need to do 6 wounds. And he does have grit. 2 grit left. So I'll be able to re-roll any of these that are pretty low. Which, you know what, I'll re-roll these. I think that's still plenty. And that should be by far enough, because this is 1 and this is 2 and these are 2 and this is 1. Yeah, that's 3. So through basically I can do 1, 2, 2, 4, 6. So I can get 4 hits. 4 more hits on him to finish him off. Wow, hey, those those flash powders are actually pretty nice with that 2. That's a 2 initiative difference. Really gave Joseph a good jump. Of course, having lots of grit left, not running, not running into a bunch of monsters to use up his grit before he got to this to the final bad guy. And it didn't take nearly as long to take him out as I thought. Of course, it really helped with the grit. Re-rolling my damage for both those big hits. I hit a lot. I spent a bunch of grit to hit. And then being able to re-roll the damage just significantly increased the amount of damage that he could get through the armor on the Night Terror. So we do need to see if we succeeded. So the darkness is at a 3, right? So I need to roll 3 dice and not roll a 3. A 5. A 5. Luckily that is over the 3, which is where the darkness is. So the person for once is actually alive, and therefore he's going to get a D6 times $50 in reward money. So $150 in reward money for rescuing the townsperson who was abducted and not quite eaten yet. And there you have it. That is this week's episode, Terror in the Night. Again, Advanced Adventure number 1 out of the City of the Ancients book. And so next week is episode 50. Normally a town episode. Certainly Joseph will swing by town, but it has been requested that something special be done for next week. So I do have a couple things in mind. We'll see what actually comes out. What I end up doing. But I do have some things in mind for next week. So next week you may get a double episode or an extra long episode of town and then adventure, or I may do something else. We'll have to see when it gets to next week and I start filming and what I can do. So, but definitely something special next week. Thank you all for staying with me and subscribing and liking. And I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye.